Okay, YouTubers, today I'm going to install a 2-bank battery charger maintainer. Recently, I used to just hook a battery charger up to each battery, and when it was done I'd unplug it. But recently I hooked them up, forgot about it, and burned up one of my batteries, which, that's about a $100 mistake. I just kind of always put this off. So today I'm going to hook up a battery charger that stays in the boat. It will maintain the battery. I can just plug it in every time and let it go. So what I bought was a Promar 1. It's a 2-bank charger, so it'll charge 2 batteries. I have, it's for my trolling motor, so I have a 24 volt trolling motor, so my batteries are in series. It's a 10 amp charger, which means that it runs 5 amps to each battery until one is charged, and then it will run the extra 5 to the other battery until it's charged. So it'll run 10 on one and 5 on two. So I'm going to unbox it, kind of get my bearings on what we need to do, and we'll get going from there. So after unboxing it, it's got the wires to run to each battery and the plug-in and the unit that will mount somewhere in the boat. So now I gotta figure out where I want to put it. It said that I can mount it in the boat, but not to mount it to carpet or vinyl or anything that's been varnished. So I already knew I was going to work on this, and I'd already read the instructions, so I went ahead and painted up a small piece of plywood, and I still haven't really decided where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to undo these wires, stretch them out, and see where I can put it for where I park it in my garage to best utilize it. Alright guys, just a couple things. So you know, for your reference, the cords, the cables on these things are about 6 foot when they're totally extended. And so is the plug-in part. So take that into consideration when you want to do your wiring. Granted, you could always add extra wires to it, but what it comes with is 6 feet of cable. Like I said, mine's for a trolling motor that's 24 volt. So if you look at the drawing, I do not have to have a disconnect in there or anything. I can just wire it straight up to the batteries and mount it. So hopefully this will also be pretty easy. You have to have it in a space that has plenty of air, and so for me, I'll show you when I get it hooked up. I can reach everything. I'm putting mine under the passenger side of the boat. I won't be able to see it by standing on the ground, but it will be tucked up. Under the, out of the way, and a lot of times I will put like a tote underneath, life jackets or whatever, so it's not going to be in the way for the rest of our usage. And then the cord I will be able to throw over the side and plug it in. So I will mount that thing up just a little higher inside there, and I will show you when I get some stuff hooked up. But again, one section goes to one battery, one goes to the other. My batteries are in series. It does not have to have a disconnect. Alright, so this is what it will look like for a 24 volt system. I go through things. So 24 volt, I have a negative side off one battery, positive side off one battery going to my unit. I link the two batteries together with a jumper from the negative and positive side. This is my jumper. That makes 24 volts. Then I have, coming from the charger, two separate lines. One goes to one battery, one goes to the other battery. Again, I don't have to have a disconnect or anything in there. I guess the device is smart enough to know. So now all I have left to do is mount the charging unit up under the dash on the passenger side. Well, I got this thing mounted. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I put it under the passenger side of my boat. Granted, I won't be able to see it from standing outside the boat, but it's in a good spot out of the way. Can get lots of air. They say they get a little hot, so I had to mount mine on vinyl. So I put a board behind it that I painted, and my cord is on the passenger side, which when I have it in my garage is closer to my power outlet. And we will plug this thing in and see whether it blows up or not. So just a minute. Alright guys, here we go. We're gonna plug it in, so listen for any loud pops, or so far so good. We got some lights. I'll read them to you in just a second, but that's it was quiet. The blue one is AC power is on. The red one means charging. So no smoke, no fire yet anyway, and no noises. So we'll let that go for a little bit. They shouldn't be too far off. So when it's all lit up, I gotta put my front deck back together. By the way, this is an old aluminum fishing ski boat. I mean old, 1977. But it's a really good boat. It's Starcraft. It's only got 270 hours on the engine. It's pretty much all original, except for a few things I've had to change or updated for fishing. But stay tuned and we'll see how this thing pans out. I should time it, but I'm not going to. So alright. Alright guys, I don't know how well you can see that, but now the batteries are all charged, and I can leave it hooked up, and it will just maintain. It says ready, maintain that green light, and the blue light is just the AC power's on. So I hope this video helped you if you're going to install one. Thanks for watching.